This is probably the most challenging record you have ever put on your turntable.
Salute, 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 salute. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Lodi, salute, man. It's been
Salute,
a
you
minute.
already. 2 L's. 2 L's.
2 L's all the way up, man. Listen, y'all do me a favor. Y'all slap that like button. You know, leave some comments. We're going to do our best to keep y'all entertained. This is the Memorial Day weekend. And we're going to set it off for the bang, man. You know, before we get started, y'all know, like I always like to do, lovely 617, salute, Queen. Reed 79, appreciate you, fam, for definitely always holding us down. Hustle, man, appreciate you, Lodi. All right, you know, before we get started, again, I'd like to pay homage to all those individuals who came before us. A lot of them, their legacies live on through us. So, you know, if you lost a family member, anything like that, we take a brief moment of silence to make sure that we give them their flowers. And then we'll get on with the show. Salute, salute, man. Man, oh man, oh man.
What we talking about,
I'm sitting here, man, I'm sitting there looking at, you know, Louisiana, y'all did bad, man. Y'all right now, you know, if y'all took a look at the thumbnail, man, in history, this is one of the worst breakouts in history. It ain't like, you know, you had some famous people that escape
jail. It ain't like one
you
nigga that escaped. You know, you usually hear like 1, 2 niggas that escape. You talking about at least 10?
10.
Nah, no good.
Listen, 10, and you know the crazy part about it, DM salute, man. Listen, the crazy part about it all, right? And, you know, and this is coming from an ex convict, I should say. Depending on your charges, depending on the situation, I don't know, man. I never really been like a follower. Like, I can't say that, you know, whichever one of them came up with the plan allegedly, I don't know if I'd have sat there and be like, yeah, you know, this sounds like a good idea, man. Let's get after it. Because it's too many variables. One, you gotta get that one main door open. Then you gotta use whatever you got to pry the metal behind the toilet and all. Then you know I'm kind of a big guy. What if you can't fit in the hole that's behind it? Your ass be the one that gets stuck and get everybody else, you know, jammed up that's just trying to leave. So you know, it's too much going on, man, for me to.
Allegedly, they had an inside job or outside somebody from the outside, you know, one of the staff, you know. Shit, you will slip through that shit, nigga. You got life, you will slip through that bitch.
Yeah, that is true. Now for the individuals who had serious time, you know, life, double murders, so on and so forth. Yeah, by all means, you know, your shot at freedom, go and take it. But them, you know, one of the individuals had like a domestic violence, and domestic violence is serious. I believe, you know, they should be, you know, held to a higher standard. But domestic violence, and he had like a B&E, like a breaking and entering. You ran with the murderers, my guy.
I mean, how much time he had?
You listen. How much time they give you for breaking and entering?
I mean, shit depends, man. You know, if you got about 8 of them motherfuckers on your record, you know.
Listen, you ran with the
but you ain't got 15 or 20 years, right?
All I'm saying is you gonna get more for running than you was facing from the get-go. That's listen. Appreciate you, Eddie Raven. Man, that's quick. Listen, again, what I would like to see, right? I'm gonna show y'all some footage and so on and so forth. We're gonna get into some of the charges that those individuals are facing. We're gonna get into the show really in depth, right? But again, the thing that really keep bothering me per se, right? When you are a correctional officer, you have a job. That's your job. You signed up. That's your particular job. I don't know too many facilities that all the correctional officers go to lunch at the same time.
That's what they said.
Even in the mediums, they had to, because that was an hour time for them to get that door open. The footage show an hour of them pulling and towing and wrapping sheets around and trying to get the door open to even get there to prop. Listen, this is metal that's behind them toilet seats. For them to get that part pried, that's took time as well, allegedly. So again, where you mean to tell me not one correction officer was there doing a tour? They don't
doing the rounds. They ain't doing their rounds.
You see somebody pulling with a sheet. Nah, fuck it. That ain't my business. I'm gonna go on, this ain't my chair.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm trying to fathom 10 of them went out the door. Listen, it ain't like one went, secretive, some Shawshank Redemption, Andy Dufresne just, crawl up through shit and get. No! They kindly maneuvered through the back of that toilet system, jumped off the dock. One of them even fell. You see him on tape, he should have just turned himself back in. Oh, clumsy ass. So I'd have kicked him on my way trying to get away.
What it sound like to me, Lo? What it sound like to me, they was understaffed. It was a civilian. They hired a civilian to come in and watch the cameras. Okay? That civilian went to lunch. So obviously it was no, other officers on deck to watch surveil the cameras. So that civilian went to lunch and they made their escape. That's what that's what I get out of that. You understand? So, I mean, I don't know how they pull that shit off.
Okay. The civilian went to lunch. Okay, we could agree with that. He went to lunch. He wasn't a man in the cameras, no problem. Where is the people that's supposed to be walking the tail? Or you mean to tell me not one officer? So let's just, and I'm gonna be not. Let's say that this was. I'm going to even say, let's say it was all in the Bing, right? So it's only but a few inmates in that particular corridor. The real aggressive inmates, right? So even if you say, you know what, we don't have one staff or two staff walking by regularly because it ain't that many.
They called out.
This was a whole. It looked like a whole entire dorm. You mean to tell me it had to be minimum? It had to be at least 20 to 30 inmates on that tier per se. No supervision for an hour and some change. Let me show this clip, man. Let me show y'all this clip. Hold on, we can see this, right?
WWL Louisiana News at 6 begins with breaking news.
Right now, 5 men are still on the run, exactly 1 week after a historic escape at the Orleans Parish jail. And tonight, more people are accused of helping. That includes another inmate, Trevin Williams, who also was jailed at the time of the escape, and Casey Smith, whose bond was set this afternoon. Alyssa Curtis was there.
There's been some inconsistencies with how many men Casey Smith may have helped, but today in court, the Attorney General's office says she helped drive around 3 inmates nearly a week after they broke out of jail. But her lawyer says she was simply in the car with her cousin and didn't know who the men were. According to the Attorney General's office, Smith had, quote, disregard for the law and put, quote, numerous citizens at risk by aiding and abetting the escape of some of the most dangerous men. They say she confessed to driving them around the city and actively participated. But Smith's lawyer says the main bad actor was Smith's cousin, Courtney Harris. Harris was arrested Wednesday. Smith's lawyer says,
time out. You see, this is why you don't do crime with anybody. This her cousin. You done said, listen, it ain't me. My cousin know them dudes. I don't know who they was. I was just there for the joy.
She said she didn't even know them dudes. I mean, you ain't watching the fucking news. I mean, this shit is crazy in the city. You ain't watching the news. You ride around with motherfuckers you don't even know, and you ain't paying attention to what's going on in your area or nothing. I don't know about that, love.
At what point did those individuals change their clothes? Because according to the news, they rode around for 3 days. So for 3 days, y'all some nasty. Y'all ain't leave out, take a shower. I mean, what's? Listen, she lying. And again, you can't do crime with scary people. You know.
And what would make them drive around, nigga? They looking for you. You listening to the news? You motherfuckers got phones. You on YouTube. You see the clips. 200 agents on the area looking for you. Driving around. You don't think they have motherfucking roadblocks and shit like that? Listen, man. What the fuck they escape for? You supposed to be out of town 3 days.
You supposed to have a plan. If you gonna escape, and not that we're not condoning escaping from prison. But if I was an individual and if it was in them circumstances and I decided to escape,
I don't even call it escape, Lo. They let them motherfuckers out, man. If you're understaffed, it's supposed to be locked down, okay? You ain't coming in the day room. You ain't coming, no. We got a civilian in the booth watching. She went to lunch. It's locked down. You understand? And you got to have somebody just doing around to make sure ain't nobody unalive or nothing. Come on, man. Lock the whole shit down.
Did they
let them out, Lo. They let them out. They shouldn't even be charged. You said it's a maximum security. They shouldn't even be charged. They let them out. And the freeway right there. Come on, man. You're supposed to be on at least 100 acres. You know what I mean? When they get out, they running through snakes and all types of shit. So
no,
I don't buy that shit.
Don't say that.
And don't blame it on the fucking maintenance either, nigga.
Listen, he said I saw one of them went straight to do an Instagram live.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, don't say that, man.
That's the one got locked. That's the one got caught, right? Is that the one got locked up?
Man,
Instagram live. Alive? Them niggas, yo. Them niggas they must have got them some pills or something, man, and said, fuck that.
Listen, one of them went into an abandoned housing complex and then was just chillaxing there.
Till he got hungry.
This just stayed in jail.
Until he got hungry. That nigga got hungry and wanted a cigarette and came on out. Fucking no good.
Man.
No good.
Oh, let me go back. Let me go back to the video real quick. Let me see.
Smith was in the car when her cousin got a call and picked up 3 men. She says Smith did.
Pause. Look at this dummy here. Lord forgive me.
This nigga running out with shower slippers on. Tripping and shit.
Listen. Let me make sure y'all understand.
Old ran down ass shower slippers.
Them jail shower slippers They hard. There's no grip at the bottom. They are not meant for running.
They're gonna slide all the way to the wall.
This
Unbelievable.
Right here, this is listen. Okay, nope. Now, Miss that was in the car, right? You ain't noticed they had on orange pants and gray pants. That didn't make you say, nah, cousin, listen, put me off the next stop. You gonna ride around with the dudes.
No, don't tell me they still had the uniforms on and all. I know they had to get some clothes, man. Come on, man. You could have went in Walmart. You know what I mean? They could have went in there and Boots for them came out. Nah, don't tell me they had the same fucking jumpsuit and that dirty, stinking ass T-shirt and all that, Lo. Nah.
Listen, when they let me see if they show the video of three of them just walking, just taking a stroll down the street as if you ain't wanted. Let me go back to this video, man.
Did not know who they were and didn't need to ask them to identify themselves. It's unclear who they helped, but court records show Harris helped Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald, who are still on the run. The AG's office asked that Smith be held on no bond. The judge set it for $1 million. Today in court.
Time out. Let's start right there. So she helped them, okay, right? Now she got $1 million bail, right? Now this is how this bail thing works. $1 million bail, somebody could probably put up a house, whatsoever, 100,000, she could get let go. My thing is, right? If law enforcement, they should have let her get out so that she can contact whoever, like, yo, I'm free, and meet up with them and then snatch them all up, combined.
Oh, nah, she hot, Lo. I ain't fucking with her. If I had a phone, throw away if I ain't picking up the phone or nothing. That bitch is hot. I know that shit is not gonna work, Lo. I ain't picking up shit. She done. Stick a fork in her ass. She done.
Listen, they done called in, the phone analysis. They are gathering the evidence as we speak, right? They got them phone calls. They got it all. And then the cousin, who done, she wasn't even in there a hot minute before she started telling. Listen, it wasn't me. It was my cousin. She know them dudes. I don't know near one of them. You see, it's always, you know what? And I hate to talk about any females and their looks and things of that nature, but y'all can see from the mug shots.
I want to know what they're gonna do now. They was riding around for 3 days. What they gonna do now? They're gonna be walking down the block now? Because obviously they ain't have a honeycomb. They ain't have a honeycomb hideout to lay low. Because they was riding around for 3 days. So what they gonna do now?
Listen, this is crazy. Smash that like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up.
Yeah, share this live, yo.
We also learned about another attempted escape that happened earlier this month. 2 men appeared in court today for an attempted escape the judge says happened May 1st. According to the judge, cameras.
Time out now. See, that's undisclosed news to us. I didn't know that they had early on in the month somebody else tried to escape. So this jail is just sweet. You know what, man? The locks is raggedy. Listen. Y'all can get up out of here, man. They caught us, but don't worry. Listen, y'all go on through with the plan. Y'all can listen. This shit is sweet. If you see, think about it, Lo. Any facility that just had a prison break attempt, they're going to lock the jail down. Why?
At least get some repairs or something. God damn.
If you're the warden of that jail, you embarrassed. You like, you know what? Oh no. I need extra forces. We need the secure.
What's the lady, man, with the white shirt? She a captain or something? What is she? A lieutenant? She talking about she take full responsibility. You need to be out of the fucking white shirt and home then. If you take don't blame it on the maintenance man. He just cut off the fucking water. Okay.
She's a sheriff, and I'll say this: she was running for re-election. So during all this press conference,
Nah, it's a wrap now.
a video
She gonna be home.
going
She gonna be home soon.
Re-elect me. You gotta be kidding. It's over for you, kid. It's over.
Because that's when the overtime kick in. If you're understaffed, that means she said she came in that morning. Nah, your ass should have came in that night and did a little round, 2 hours, 3 hours to make sure everything and went back home and came back. You understand? Because you running this shit. Especially you had a prior attempt.
A prior attempt, and you didn't take it serious enough to secure your facility. What did they them ninjas dressing like female? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go back to this video though. Let me,
Caught 2 men helping a third get through the ceiling, but he didn't get far as he fell not too long after. We reached out to OPSO.
Let me make sure I understand. Listen.
So, nigga,
all you non-athletic.
That nigga wasn't doing his push-ups, man. He must have been straight off the street, man. Straight off the in rehab, recovering and shit, coming down off all that shit, thinking about the next hit. He said, "I got to get the fuck out of here. I'm with y'all." Yo, man, come on, man.
Just do your time. If you know you're not physically fit to be scaling the walls, jumping,
or run at least 2-3 miles when you get out of that shit, don't even go, man.
Matter of fact, we need to do a wellness check before we even start this plan out. If you one of them got asthma and all that, go on, you fall all the way back, man. Make sure.
Because you talking about, hold on, I can't breathe. Yo, we running talking about, hold on, I can't breathe. Leave your ass right there, nigga.
The other thing about this, right? If per se we running, do not run with me. Run the other direction, please and thank you. Because if you get caught, here's what's gonna happen. You gonna yell out, "Chip, get from under the car, they see us."
Yeah, they see us, man. We caught.
Yeah, we caught, man.
They got us.
Listen,
no good.
Nobody to run with me at all. Once we get out, again, that should have been in the plan. Once we get out that door, everybody go your separate ways. For 2 of them to get caught together, that's nasty work, man. That is nasty work. Hold on, let me get back to the video real quick.
So for more information, but have not yet heard back. Reporting at Criminal District Court, Alyssa Curtis, WWL, Louisiana.
And just moments ago, we learned about another arrest of an accomplice. We'll have more of that tonight at 10. Meanwhile, more than 100 law enforcement officers are searching for the 5 inmates that are still on the run and now a week out from the jailbreak. Eleanor Tabone did some digging and she shares more on what we learned about these men.
Oh, I remember him from a baby.
Like any other child, Derek Groves was an innocent, wide-eyed kid with the world ahead of him.
He was friends with my son. He taught my son how to ride a bike.
But somewhere along the way, that innocence turned to blood. He's accused in 4 killings.
Let me pause this right here. We're gonna pause this right here. 1, 2, 3. This is what you call dummies. We not gonna be strolling down no block, still in our state clothes. This not.
So low. So I know he wasn't with them, right? Was he one of them? Cause that nigga super hot right there. He got to be for Dolo. You know what I mean?
It's 3 of
He
them.
got so much time, man. That's like trial on the street. I'm not going back to the county. Yeah, I gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna fix this shit right here on the street. I'm not going back to the county for none of that shit. I know he wasn't with one of them niggas, man.
Listen, not only did it appear that I'm just going by what we see on video. Y'all are strolling like everything is a regular day, knowing you got hundreds and thousands of officers looking for you. To hell with the officers. You got individuals that just want some
You got FBI. You got all type of people, man. You even got your motherfucking community. Like what? 5,000 plus FBI hitting you with a check too? Yo, they out here like this in their own whip. Where these niggas at? That's a little come up.
Yeah, you heard
these niggas walking down the street, riding around.
This is walking. They walking, 3 of them still in their state clothes.
No good. Dog, what's good, son?
Y'all, what up, y'all? What's good? What's good? It was checking in, seeing what's up. But we at work, so y'all on live. So we tap in real quick, see what's going on in the streets.
Man, listen,
what's up in the chat? What's up?
Man, we got 87 in the bushes just watching these dirty junk girl just walking.
Yo, how you feel about
knowing
this
that
shit,
they want it?
How you feel about this shit, dog?
This the dudes that escaped?
They just walked out and they just ran to the highway, man.
Yeah.
They ain't escaped. They let these motherfuckers out. They just ran to the highway, man. That's it. And don't blame the motherfucking maintenance, man. He just cut off the fucking water. Okay? The warden, whoever was holding it down. Black you, what's good? Salute. You know what I mean? Them niggas walking around with them white shirts sitting in there, sleeping and shit, talking and shit. You know what I mean? Ain't doing their rounds. Nah, that's who you gotta blame. Don't blame the motherfucking maintenance, man.
Yeah, because you know how dudes in the pen is, they see the routine. They see the schedule. They see how dudes moving. Oh, yo, hold on. They always leaving that open. That way is always dead, at this time, because some of them be doing the clock, they doing the count, or they doing the tour switch, and we still come. Dudes find their ways. They find their way. Now was this spot? This wasn't a maximum spot. This was like a minimum.
No, this was a maximum.
This a maximum? Oh man, this is.
And for an hour and some change that it took for them to get that door open to even get in there for water to be shut off. There was nobody in sight.
Nobody wasn't doing their rounds. So somebody gonna lose a job, okay? You're supposed to have every hour somebody walking around to make sure ain't nobody in their cell unalive and everything is everything. So somebody gonna have to answer to that. But if they fucking hiring civilians to watch the cameras, that's no good. You need to shut that shit down. Transfer these niggas out.
Yeah.
Niggas could have got killed in there. Think about it. It'd have been 10 bodies the next morning if it was some gang rivalry shit.
That's how lax that jail was. That's how lax it was up in there, that they be able to move like that and get around and get up out of there. Word.
No good, son. No good. And then this lady, I don't know who she is. She keep coming up. Oh, the sheriff. I take full responsibility. You take full. So get that nigga out of jail. Get the maintenance nigga out of jail. He just cut the fucking water off. All right. He ain't put in a slip letting y'all know he was gonna cut the water off. All right, just fire that nigga. Okay? And he was threatened. Okay? These niggas be threatening officers, man. You get what I'm saying? And you already know these inmates in there like this, asking them off them scared ass officers like, yo, who in the booth? Yo, what captain on? Yo, woo the woo, oh, word, they called out. It's only you here tonight? All right, them niggas in the vent. Yo, tonight is the night. Come on, man.
Guarantee you, they was definitely cool with them officers. Whoever them dudes was, they was cool with them getting that info and be able to move how they was moving around there because, you know, dudes don't, you know what I mean? You got to be able to lay it all down, get your, had the whole plan laid down that, yo, you know, when you know you cool with this officer, this CO, know that, yo, you know, they, you know, the walking over there. Yo, where y'all going? Oh, yeah, are we going down to we want to go to the commissary or we going to the cafeteria real quick to go pick up this paper, this toilet paper. All right, cool, yeah, y'all go ahead and do that. Yeah, because he's looking at y'all as like, you know, these my guys, these guys ain't doing nothing, but y'all already been scheming and planning because dude was like, yeah, we cool and all, but you ain't my guy. You still a CO. I'm still trying to get that hell up out of here.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find out did one of the inmates have a cell phone or anything before they escaped?
Oh, they had the people on the outside
coming. Listen, shout out the hustle man and the crew.
Yeah, salute the hustle man.
They listen, the chat lit. There's 300 people in the chat. Shout out the hustle man and the crew, man. Y'all drop this link, let's you know, respect due, man. You know, y'all we appreciate every single one of you.
Definitely. Streets on fire. Read 79, salute.
Touch that like button for us. Appreciate y'all.
Share the live.
Tell a friend, man. Share the live. And listen, whatever y'all doing, continue. We appreciate it. Let me finish this video. I'm gonna drop the number and I'm gonna drop the link. You know, some people want to pull up and probably, you know, give their thoughts.
Yeah, this shit is out of control, man. No good, man. Don't blame the maintenance, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Don't blame the maintenance, man. You know what I'm saying?
And love it, what's good, baby?
Salute, roll down, salute. ULL.
Let me get up. Absolutely. Let me get this rest of this video out and get to the people, man.
And convicted on 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of manslaughter.
Look at these.
Oh,
WWL Louisiana News at 6.
No.
Helped Leo Tate and Jermaine first. District Court, Alyssa
break.
Derek Groves was an innocent.
You can go back now, man. We got a lot of people in the building.
And 2 counts of manslaughter. Gail Slack says she helped raise the 27-year-old on Alabo Street in the lower 9th Ward.
I just hope that if they catch him, they don't hurt him.
Groves and 4 others are still on the run after breaking out of the Orleans Parish jail. Orleans Parish District Attorney Jason Williams is scared. He says not of what Groves did, but of what he might do next.
2 of the lawyers who I tried that case with, who successfully went forward, able to get a conviction on that case. These lawyers got out of town this weekend with their families out of fear of retribution.
Antoine Massey doesn't belong on an ankle monitor. Antoine Massey doesn't belong on the first floor of an unsupervised pod.
According to documents WWL Louisiana got, investigators say 33-year-old Sterling Williams, a jail maintenance worker, is facing charges after he confessed to helping the inmates escape. The documents say he acted under the orders from escaped inmate Antoine Massey, who allegedly threatened to shank him if he refused, though Williams' attorney denies.
That nigga looks scary.
Wow.
Yo, these niggas got tattoos all on their face, their ears, around their nose. That nigga, imagine one of, yo, come here, man. Go cut that motherfucking water off, man. My motherfucking toilet is overflowing. All right, I got you, man. I got you.
Listen.
Damn.
You can't blame the maintenance, man.
Nah. This how you know he was scared, though. Listen, this how you know
at that nigga face.
Wasn't trained for this, right? So after they done got out the building, you still ain't listen. They held me at knife point. Listen. I don't know where they went, but listen, I don't want no parts of this. He was so shook. He ain't say shit. Nah. It wasn't until he interrogated. Now all of a sudden, listen, yeah, they held me at knife point. So I just did what they asked. I just shut the water off. I don't know nothing else.
Listen, believe me, that's just his story. He probably was down with the get down. He looked like he wanted them
niggas. Man, allegedly.
It looked like he was one of the inmates, man.
That's right. That's right. This is educational and entertainment purposes only, okay? We need that disclaimer.
Allegedly.
He was like, you know, I ended up working up in the spot. They working in the spot. Said, "This my man." Dude probably was with them, and got dudes up out of there. But now you caught. You know the fire coming. Yo, the dudes threatened me. They threatened my family. They threatened everybody I knew. You gotta say whatever you gotta say now to get a bite.
He better have some kites. You know how them niggas be sending kites? They better catch one of them kites. Like, yo, we gonna get you, your family. We already know where you live at, what kind of car you drive. Your brother working Walmart, all that shit. They better have that shit, nigga. You might have a chance. But I hope he ain't connected, you know what I mean, from the community and you working with them niggas. Yeah, your ass gonna be meatloaf.
Cause my thing is
he had to put him in another jail.
Cause my thing is this. Let's be real. All right, I'm a maintenance worker or what? I mean, come on. Dude's gonna have some shit. They may pull out a knife or something, but how far is we gonna get with you with a knife stuck to my throat, or we walking through with cameras and shit around that I'm gonna let you out and you gonna get away? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, it ain't like we going through one door and y'all outside and y'all can run. Y'all gotta walk through the corridor, y'all gotta walk through this corridor, then y'all go down out this back door. Then you gotta get them you gotta probably go 3-4 doors before you get out. You tell me he went through all that with the dude had the knife to him. They had the how did you know that this sounds fishy to me. He said he had the knife, he got threatened with a knife when? At that point? Yeah, he tried to say he got threatened with a knife. They had the knife and all that. But where was
did they recover the knife?
Guess
I know niggas ain't go out. I know they gonna escape with the fucking knife. Did they leave a knife behind that they recovered? Or we don't know that yet. I'm telling shit gotta add up.
Well,
that's his story, right?
Was he there when they was trying to get that door open? Because for him to cut the water off, he had to get inside there to shut the water off.
Mm-hmm.
It took them an hour and some change to get that door open.
He probably cut that shit off and kept on pushing. He probably had some more shit he had to run around the facility and fix. So he cut that shit off and took flight.
So you telling me that door was a blind spot then?
I mean, how they know though? How they know?
That's what I'm saying. You saying they was there for an hour trying to get a door open. Where and what penitentiary some inmates, 2 or 3 inmates is at a door for an hour and no CO, no camera.
You see the video? They up there pulling on the door and shit. I mean, where the fuck the people at? Ain't nobody walking around.
Nobody doing their job.
They use
this was 1 in the morning, right? Them niggas was asleep. they gonna find out them niggas was asleep.
Wait.
No good.
1 in the morning, how do they get their cells open to get to that abandoned cell?
Yeah, they had cells.
Yeah, you right. Hold on. You sure they was in cells? Yeah, because they was pulling on that door. Yeah, it looked like they was in cells. So how all of them get out of that shit?
Cause you see the cell they was in. They showed the cell, and the cell had a door, had the cell door on it, right?
So
that cell.
Yeah, that's how the fuck they get out their cell?
Yeah.
Look.
So nobody was looking at the camera and be like, "Yo, why these motherfuckers pulling on this door?"
And But then on the board, you know, when the door's open, it's gonna be red lights. You're gonna get an indication that these doors, these cells is open. So when a nigga was on the booth sleep. Nah. Let that maintenance nigga go, son.
It's bigger than that maintenance guy. They just throwing that maintenance guy under the bus.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's bigger than him.
Yeah.
Come on now. If you telling me 1 in the morning, especially after any time in the day, this plan wasn't going down. Too many officers on deck, too many eyes is looking. So if they did this at a time where they felt that these dudes asleep 2, 3 in the morning, 1 in the morning, it's lock-in time. How y'all get out the pen? How y'all get out the cell? That means somebody white had to let them out the cell. This black guy is the scapegoat for maintenance, and he cut off some water. What cutting off the water gonna do to open up a damn cell door?
Thank you. He's doing his job. And nigga, if an inmate say, "Yo, my shit is overflowing. Can you just cut off the water for?" I'll be back. You know what I mean? To cut it back on. Let me go. You know what I mean?
So Big Man, they said, so the CO said the maintenance got to open up the door and he ain't go. He said, you know what?
You're right. Somebody got to open up. That's right. That nigga ain't walking around with no fucking keys, right? So who the fuck let the maintenance nigga in there to cut the water off?
In the cell. If you gotta get in the cell, you gotta go through the booth. The booth gotta buzz the bell, the door, the buzzer, for the cell get open. So the dude in the booth is who? So the maintenance guy went to the booth, buzzed the door, went back over.
And went back to sleep. The CO buzzed the door and went back to sleep. And what happened to the protocol? You got to do your fucking rounds, right? Every hour on the hour.
What?
Somebody going home. A lot of people going home.
They ain't want to put no white faces up on this. That's messed up.
You said something, Chip?
Yeah, they was tugging at this door for an hour. The video showed that they was at it for an hour, tugging at that door. So I would like to know, for that hour, right, that they supposed to be in a cell or whatever the case may be, you on lockdown, how did they contact this person to shut the water off? If it's lock in, 1 o'clock in the morning, how was the maintenance man contacted? One of the inmates snuck under his cell and went to the maintenance office? No, man. That's not
they got the maintenance dude number.
or maybe the maintenance man, maybe he work overnight and he had a little radio. You know, the COs got radios and they probably give him a radio just in case of emergency. They can call him and he'll come to the unit.
But still, that mean I'm in my cell. Oh, it's overflowing. Who the first person you call? CO, yo, CO. CO comes to my cell, see what's going on. Oh, a flood. Okay. He gonna go run back to his joint, call maintenance, open up the door, maybe to let the inmate stand outside the cell while the water will. Now I'm on point now. The CO got to be on point now. This is something going on now. Why would you sit there and say, all right, he good, I'm gonna go to sleep now? Nah, that CEO should have been, his face should have been up here too, just like this maintenance worker. Because he called the maintenance worker come from wherever he coming from when the CEO called him to handle the business, that this leak or whatever, this faucet water, the CEO called me. So where's his face at, dude? These dudes helped that. You know what I mean? Come on. Yeah. Exactly. I'm telling you, they throwing this guy on the bus because of his color, his skin, and how he look. And now, come on. Nah. Don't do that.
Everybody in the booth needs to be fired. You know what I mean? And the civilian, and then whoever was watching the camera, they said the outside source watching the camera. I mean, whoever the fuck it was, supposed to relate, yo, I'm getting ready to go to lunch. You supposed to get relieved.
Yep. And they should be fired too because you wasn't watching the cameras. Even if that person wasn't watching the cameras to be like, hold on, why is these dudes tugging on this damn door for a half an hour now? What the hell going on? It's 1 in the morning. These motherfuckers supposed to be asleep.
Yo, I'm still thinking about how the fuck they get out their cells. It's 1 in the fucking morning. How 10 of them get out the doors?
And all 10 of them wasn't in the same cell.
Nah, hell no.
No.
So, come on.
No.
Hell no.
So this is almost 10 cells. You saying maybe, let's say, give or take, some people had double with bunk beds or something. Let's say about 6 cells. Let's say about 6 cells opened up on this joint. That at 1, 2 in the morning, 6 cells open up that ain't supposed to be opening. Nobody got a warning. Nobody got a heads up. Come on now.
And you can tell them shit was locked because they jerking on this fucking door. If this fucking door is locked, they door is supposed to be locked. And it's probably nobody in that cell. That's probably a vacant cell. And that shit is locked. So tell me how the fuck they get out they cells. And why only one motherfucker is locked up and they ain't saying they ain't fire like 10 officers that was on shit.
Yeah.
They're trying to cover shit up, man. All I'm saying, if you gonna take the responsibility, you need to be fired. You know what I mean? And we damn sure ain't gonna reelect your ass to be sheriff for the next round.
No doubt. Listen, while we got this many people in the chat, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm gonna also open up, if somebody want to come on the panel and speak on this. Let me drop the phone line first. If y'all want to call in, state your opinion on I could to hell with this video. Just know that we'll have further footage and of this breaking news leading on down, with these up and coming days. As one of them get caught, we're gonna come right back on, and jump on, per person. But it's still 5 at large. Our opinion on that is it is what it is, man. Let's see. Let's get to
that video. I want to see these niggas pulling on the fucking door.
That opinion on that was all. That was inside job. That some COs had something to do with that too, man.
Yeah,
that wasn't just no maintenance worker. He can't buzz open doors and cell doors at certain time in the morning like that, and turning on and off water faucets and stuff. Come on, you trying to say y'all cut back on jobs like that? He the CEO and the maintenance worker.
Yeah, right. He the fall guy. That's what the fuck he is.
Hold on, let me get out some more breaking news. Let me go back. Let me find it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Huh?
Salute, Black.
Prison break. We're joined by New Orleans City Councilmember Eugene Green. Councilmember Green, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. For more on this massive prison break, we're joined by New Orleans City Councilmember Eugene Green. Councilmember Green, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. I want to start with this video that we just received of the escape. Take a look at this with us, and if you can, talk to us about what you see here. What is your reaction as you see all of these inmates just running in this massive group, leaving a prison where they are supposed to be secure for incredibly violent crimes?
I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. And what I see there is some very dangerous inmates who are not thinking clearly, who are leaving a prison facility, going out to our community, actually putting themselves and their family members, because some of them are going to contact family members, in greater danger. If anyone is watching who knows where these inmates are, I encourage them to have them to come right back to the sheriff's office, to the Orleans Justice Center, to be reincarcerated, because they're just putting themselves in danger and also our community in danger. If anyone is hurt because of their actions, let me tell you, the consequences will be so severe that they will regret that they didn't simply walk back in after that silly looking escape that happened just last.
Time out. That don't look like a silly looking escape. That looked like a well-organized unit of individuals who sat there during lock-in and decided we up out of here, y'all. Yo, listen, we gonna get this door open. We spend an hour to get the door open, and then allegedly an hour to cut that bar behind the toilet to get through the passageway to freedom.
And you talking about 10 inmates. This ain't 1 or 2 inmates. You talking about 10. 10. When the last time 10 motherfucking inmates escaped from anywhere?
Word. And right now, I mean, that's what make me think, yo, I think this jail had to be lax, man. It had to be, yo, because come on, yo, this is 10
You can't blame the jail. It's the workers in that motherfucker that they hire.
I'm talking about the lack. No, these dudes pulled the door open. I don't care how long you gonna be in Kasaki and motherfucking Green or motherfucking Attica. You could pull on that door for 3 hours, nigga. Them doors ain't coming open. Them niggas, I don't know what doors these dudes got to open that humans can open it. Let's be real. They in jail and they was able to open a door even in an hour of them pulling it. Dudes been in jail. Come on, I've been in the Bing and dudes been trying to play with doors for hours and days. Door never open up. These dudes had an hour to pull on the door and it open. Yeah, man, that door was flimsy. That whole security system was not really good, man. Something was going on with this jail. That's why I mean, like, yo, it's weird, but to think about a jail out there to be like in Louisiana, you would think, you know, they would be on some real, like, you know, locked down and you throw you under the jail type of joints. You know what I mean? But this looked like a camp. This looked like some minimum type of jail.
Right.
Come on, we can kick the door open. Kick the door about 10 times, it's gonna open.
Right. Yeah. Shit made out of sheetrock or something.
Yeah. I'm like, even it's
where's the officers that's in the booths or in the stands that's waiting for you to peek your head out that door to tear your dome piece off if you try to run out any of the doors?
Ain't nobody in the tower.
The watch tower.
That's what I say. Is this we sure this may be one of their minimums that may look like a maximum of a New York. Like, because we see in the cell portion of it, because we thinking of New York, when we see minimums and mediums, we thinking of bunk beds and things in a dorm, like beds is in the open and stuff like that. Maybe out there, they jails is all set up the same way, whereas you in a cell no matter what, because that don't look like a maximum of our standards.
Yeah. No towers, no rovers driving around the facility and shit. I mean, you know,
they ran out the door. There's no gate, no double spaced the gate that you gotta climb. You know, like how they got over the gate.
They said they had to climb over a wall, right?
They had to
climb over a wall, and I think they showed a picture of the gate cutting off the highway and shit that was bent down. Yo, this shit crazy, man. Allegedly.
I would like to know how long after they got off this dock was it reported that we got inmates that escaped? Because they already on the highway. You got footage, you know. You mean to tell me it wasn't nothing wasn't called in? No phone call like, we gotta escape. We got the sirens. Nothing went off.
No.
You know, when you got escape, you know that big siren go.
Niggas was in the booth sleep, man. I told you they was in there sleep.
But this
1 in the morning, nigga.
This is one of those
books. Here niggas on Facebook.
Yeah. Look, after they run out of here, you telling me they free now?
Yeah.
This is the jail. They getting out of the jail. They running out of the jail at this point. So you telling me you get out of the jail, and this is the jail. You free. Come on now. We're jail in us up here in a state that in New York State, we know that once you step out of the motherfucking jail, that there's not a yard, but then a big gates,
big gate with wires and shit.
No, listen,
you know what I mean? A pool of water and shit with swamp juice and alligators and shit surrounding the prison.
They always got security and so after they got out they got out here, they went up to the tower, and the tower, the gate that let the trucks in, the inmates in that come in for the buses, that was just open. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like that, you know, because I'm used to going to maximums and some like grades in certain spots that you know that you got to go in, that when you go in, you in there, player. For you to get to the front door, you got to go through some shit. You got to go through some stuff.
Right, but like I said, when it first opened, it was probably a maximum security. But if they understaffed and they ain't got no rovers and ain't got nobody in the towers and nobody watch cameras, they need to drop that shit to a medium camp. Let them niggas go to the corner store and come back on their own. Shit, or close the whole fucking facility down. Just close the shit down and transfer their ass out. Like I said, them white shirts and them gold brasses need to be held accountable.
Listen,
don't blame the maintenance man.
I'm just whoever the mayor and governor of this particular state, y'all got some questions to answer, man. There's no way in hell you got a maximum security facility in this town and there's no security. Well, I'm just looking at the individuals who live in that town.
Yeah, and you know what? So you know what else?
At any given point in time, man, this is crazy.
Go ahead, dog.
You know what else I'm thinking too? This could be because, like, let's be real. This is crazy for 10 inmates to escape out of jail like this. It's crazy. So now I gotta think about devil advocate part of it. Like, maybe this is set up with them saying they need funding because look, there's lack of security. You know what I'm saying? So now the correction facilities in certain places need funding, so we need money.
And
we need
more
this.
money. That's right. Yeah. Pay the officers to come to work. You're paying them peanuts. They not applying for this fucking position. Okay, so you got to pay the officers, and you got to give us money so we can structure this shit right to run the fucking facility.
So we can keep these inmates locked in.
But my thing, dog, my thing is right. For the community, why you didn't alert the community time you came to work and found out it was escape? Her excuse talking about, oh, we had to make sure it was none of them hiding, and if it's fuck all that, you supposed to let them know, yo, listen, I look at the camera, we got 10 motherfuckers running out the back door, they gone, and have them, on their ass while we checking the facility. She gonna wait, what, hour, 2 hours to report it? Nah, your ass should have been out of there. Time for you to go. Like I said, ain't nothing ain't sounding right in there, man. Nothing.
So we gotta do more research on that jail, Chip. That's what you need to find out about that jail, to find out about, okay, what type of real facility this jail was and what type of inmates it held. You know what I mean? Because I mean, did it if it held killers and murderers and stuff?
Yeah, it had murders in there, man. I think one of the inmates got like what, 2 bodies, and nigga got life. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
So what type of jail they got them in places that's this easy to get out? That's what this fish is like. Come on, you got killers and murderers in a place that can get out and go out and hurt people, but you got them in a jail that security is this low. It's come on. It's like you can pull on the door.
Dog. They should have shut the shit down, dog. You got murderers in there on the first floor. On the first fucking floor.
Oh, man,
so like I said, you can't blame the maintenance man. You can't blame him.
Nah.
At all.
That's bigger than the maintenance man right now.
If anything, the maintenance man should have been scared for his life. If you got 10 inmates that could get out of their cell at any point in time, drag you to shut the water off.
And the maintenance man know they could get out. Yeah, what you want me to do, man? Cut the water off, say no more. Don't make me come out there, bro. Niggas like, yo, don't make me come out there.
Yo, I got you. Maintenance man done saw them dudes roaming a couple nights, 2, 3 in the morning, without fuck out yourself,
smoking blunts and shit. Yeah,
he done saw them out there. He know they could get out. They could get me. They could get me.
Shit, crazy, bro.
Play the video, shit.
All right, hold up.
That couldn't have been the first night they did that.
Councilmember, watching this and seeing how it seems like they were able to just get out and just jog and go. No immediate resistance there. It is hard to believe this could happen in 2025 in New Orleans. This is a jail that is overseen and run by the sheriff there. Do you think the sheriff should resign?
Yes.
So I'm going to reserve judgment with regards to that matter. I mean,
Time out. Reserve judgment. She had 10 escapees.
Hold on, Chip. That was a picture of the jail they showed. That was a picture of the jail they had. They showed last picture. The last scene he was talking.
Let me go back a little bit.
Right, yeah. Or is that the tracks?
That's the highway, right? Hold on.
Resistance there. It is hard to believe this could happen in
That's the back
2025.
bailiff and
This
shit.
Orleans. This is a jail
That's what
that's
they call.
overseen
Yeah,
and
that's
run
the highway
by
right
the
there. They ran across. They
sheriff.
running across the highway.
The sheriff should resign.
So that's the jail right
I'm going to
there.
reserve judgment with regards to that matter. I mean, she's taking matters into her own hands. As NBC has reported that at least 3 staff members have been suspended. I'm going to wait and
This
determine what
nigga
the
running out there with his
what
jumpsuit,
should have been
stripping
done.
all over the
Certainly, there
fucking
are
jumpsuit
significant
with some
lapses
shower
in
slippers
security
on.
to make this even possible. But in terms of the specifics relative to the sheriff, I will wait and see. Because on a job like this, to be very honest with you, there's somebody who participated
that's the job,
likely
right?
on the inside or the outside. They felt too comfortable
they
leaving that facility.
away
But
from the
anyone
I don't
who's
know what
helped
that
them
is across
has
the
got
street.
to know that you will suffer severe consequences also, that you will be charged and that you are putting
Oh,
your...
hold on. We got a caller, y'all. Let me come on back for a second. Let me see. Oh, caller, state your claim. What's good, man? Oh, hold on. Let me put you on speaker.
You gotta get this.
All right, say it again. No doubt. What's good, man?
Tapping in, man. I love what y'all doing. You feel me? I'm doing the West Coast right now. I'm supposed to come to the East Coast next month.
Okay, man. Appreciate you for calling in. You know what's your opinion on this case?
That shit crazy. Talking about the niggas that escaped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit wild, man. That shit crazy as a motherfucker. The opinion is like, you feel me? There's some shit that ain't really been happening. That ain't never happened like that. But all them niggas at once. Yeah, it's like some
Man, it's crazy, man. Like I said, definitely.
That's what it remind me of. It remind me of that movie, The Fugitive, with the nigga Harrison Ford.
Yeah, it's crazy. So man, definitely appreciate.
My nigga Hustle Man, the one brought me over here. Hustle Man is my boy. That's my nigga, man. That's my mentor.
Salute Hustle Man, man. Salute.
Oh, he said he coming to the East Coast. He said when he come, we going.
I don't know where y'all at on it. Y'all on the East Coast somewhere? I'm coming to the East Coast next month to shoot movies, music, and all that.
Oh, we are here. You know, we in New York City.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my parents to come. I'm in school right now, LA Film School. You know, I A&R for Nipsey his whole career though. That's my best friend, but we worked together though. I was the A&R, DJ Prosper. That's when I was going by DJ Prosper.
Well, shoot, tap in.
Nigga, I'm all in his videos. Nigga, I know Black Sam. Nigga, I'm tapped in with the marathon, but I'm doing my own thing now.
Okay.
Damn, you come tap in with dudes.
I'm my own boss. You feel me? Like Nip. Nip told me to get on my shit. Nigga came to me and said it's time for me to do my own thing. So, you know what I'm saying? In the East Coast, y'all be showing more love than the West Coast.
Well, listen, you
The
know.
West Coast, niggas, they gonna hop on your nuts when you already make it. The East Coast gonna help you make it.
No. We here, you know, we want.
Memphis popping to the East Coast. Y'all really helped put that nigga on though. Johnny Sipes. That's when the niggas signed a little deal with Johnny Sipes. He was in New York, bro. We was out there in New York. We was in Brooklyn.
Nip was definitely New York.
No doubt. Listen, get with Hustle Man, right? Hustle Man got my direct link, and then we'll get you up on the show and you know, promote you out and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
plus when you touch down out here,
in.
you know, tap in. We what you call it? We, you know, show that hospitality, man.
I'm gonna be out there for as long as I need to be. For months, it don't matter, nigga. I'm out there when I come. Man.
Okay. Well, you know, SuperTrife Will, we got a spot for you, man.
All right, I'm too though, man. Same here, likewise.
No doubt. You know, anybody you want to shout out while you got a few minutes?
The marathon, man. The marathon, niggas. Long live Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Floss out in New York. You know what I'm saying? Representing New York. My nigga Hustle, man. my brother SCEO. You know what I'm saying? That's the team right there, though. Free Max B. You feel me?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. You know, R.I.P. Nipsey, man.
No
For
doubt.
sure.
That's what we doing it for, nigga. The marathon continue, nigga. It's gonna continue through me. I was with that nigga every day, my nigga. I got pictures, I got videos and all that, nigga. Like, I know Big U. Nigga, I just did an interview on Cam Capone.
Okay. Now
So,
you.
you know what I'm saying? I'm
Check that out.
So, you feel me?
All right.
Yeah, we got to definitely tap in and you know, do some collabs and all that other stuff, man.
Yeah, tell him to drop his link in the chat.
Hustle man logged me in, so now you feel me? I gotta give him his credit, but I'm fucking with y'all. Y'all, we locked in now.
No doubt. Somebody got anyone in the Mars. If y'all could drop his link in the chat. Oh, let me see. She said it's in there already. All right, here goes the link. There goes the link. Y'all tap in, man. You know, go check the brother out, so on and so forth. Let him know, you know, SuperTrife send the utmost respect. And like I said, he you know, if he locked in with Hustle Man, he locked in. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm on a video with Hustle Man right now. I don't know. He went away from the screen, but I'm talking to the nigga right now. He didn't want to tell me to come to y'all shit. He's like, man, go to my nigga shit, show him some love, shout him out. You feel me? And call my home. And I'm like, let me call you.
No doubt.
Yeah, we appreciate you pulling up, champ.
Yeah, we'll get you on the
West Coast in the building.
Yeah, I'm on deck for y'all. Just let me know, nigga.
All right.
Say less.
Y'all, like, you know.
I'm watching. I'm gonna be watching while y'all doing y'all shit still.
No doubt. Appreciate you, fam.
Salute.
I appreciate you too, bro.
All right, salute. 2L.
Man, salute, man.
No doubt. Like I said, you know, tap in, call in, you know, it's all love, man. We do our best to make sure we show appreciation to those that cater to us, man. It's all about networking and you know, helping each other get to the next level. Man, I'm looking at this case though.
Chip?
Far.
What's the Chip?
Yeah.
What's the name of the jail? What's the name of that jail?
Louisiana
camp. That shit ain't no jail. That's a camp.
No, because I was gonna say, damn, I wish I was at my laptop, my computer, but since Chip is sharing his screen, I was gonna tell Chip to Google it so we could see what the jail look like.
Okay, let me see.
Cause they should show like the outside, like how it look. It's be like, okay. Cause that's weird. Cause that's the word that's bugging me out right now. It's like, yeah, they got out they cell, so we know some COs and them let them out they cell. But then you saying y'all got through doors and stuff with your hands. Y'all have no tools or nothing.
No, I think they had. I think somebody said they had some tools, and they was wondering how they got the tools. Were they left behind by maintenance? Yeah, they had tools now.
It's called the Orleans Parish jail in New Orleans is where 10 inmates escaped by cutting a hole in a wall behind a toilet in a cell.
Cutting a hole. Yeah, they had tools.
Okay. But no, okay, you cut the hole. You got with that. That's like, you know, you chip it, you shave and shit. That's like having a shank. Boom, boom. You doing that? You get out the joint. Now you behind the wall of the back. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe once they got through that wall, they was outside or they was in another area. Because you know, you cut the wall, you think you in between the pipes and shit. So now y'all back there. So now y'all got to go down and know how to get to the area to get out the shit. Them boys was good. Then they got through all that.
And they ain't have a double fence with double wires and shit or nothing. They could just use a sheet or a blanket to lean over and jump over the fucking fence.
All they had to do was get across this beltway. That's it.
And
no, the wall. I want to know the wall. Look at the wall.
In the hood.
Look at that wall and shit they got there. That shit's like. But the first floor, yeah, but shit. What jail you know you go on the first floor and the wall ain't least fucking 20 to 30 feet high, some shit. You looking up at the wall like, damn, we ain't getting over that piece unless we got some rope.
Let me see.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Because most penitentiary walls, gotta be about,
the link in the chat, loaded.
Gotta be about 25 to 30 feet high. You know what I mean? So you thinking about that. You think about shit that high, you gotta have a rope or something to climb up on that bitch. Ain't no way in hell they built a jail where inside the jail there's ways to climb up the wall.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. What the fuck? That shit is a camp, dog. That shit is a camp.
How they climb up that little? If they say they climbed over the wall and escaped, come on, we all know that wall had to be about 10 feet high. Some little ass wall you could jump and you grab the tip and pull yourself up. Then you start pulling niggas up.
Yeah, niggas play ball, son. Come on now, we talking about us, bro. Niggas is dunking, so the rim is about 10 feet.
You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a little higher than that, what they do, you do that running joint, then you do the kick and try to
kick off
jump
the wall. Yeah, the old school shit. That's right. You run, kick off the wall, boom.
But that ain't getting you 20, 25 feet though. That, you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna get you that 12 to 10 feet.
Right.
So that's what that wall was. That wall was like 10 or 12.
Let me read some of these comments under the video. Man, these shits is hilarious. Let me see. The person said, silly escape, no successful escape. Telling someone to come back and be reincarcerated is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. This city is a joke. Puts a whole new twist on breaking news. Fire the sheriff. Fire the staff on shift at the time. This is ridiculous and despicable. Why even have CCTV coverage in jail if no guard is watching the live monitor for possible escape? Mind you, this is not the opinions of SuperTrife channel. This is the comment section under the videos of what they're seeing. I'm just reading off comments. He's sitting there like a fake toughness, clueless at a prison function. Andy Dufresne would be proud. Officers on duty seriously dropped the ball. Idiots. Worthless jail. This ain't us, y'all. This ain't us. This is the comments. I'm just reading through the comments under the video that was shown. Man.
So what do you think, dog? I say if nobody didn't come over an hour and some change, right? How is you checking on their well-being? You know what I mean? They probably escaped because of horrific conditions in that facility. You know what I mean? So they said they got to get the fuck out of there to survive, man.
But even if that's the case, that means if they wasn't getting what they need, that means everything there wasn't right. The security was cheap. They didn't have that many people on tour or something. But that's that's weird because it's like how the first inmates get out they cell. They get out they cell by or whatever, but then the maintenance guy gets called to shut off some water. Who calls the maintenance guy for him to come to shut off this water? And who told the CEO or whoever that the water, you know what I mean? The inmate told the CEO or told who they told that the water, our toilet or whatever was overflowing, that the water got to get cut off or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So it's a whole trail of that to where, okay, they get out the cell after you done told the maintenance guy the water. He turns off the water. The guys get out the cell. Now they go to open up other cells and yanking on doors for over hours without nobody knowing still. Then they go through the door and they climb over the water. That player isn't even. I don't know. Like I'm saying, that's the whole place seemed fishy to me, man. It seemed like these dudes was trying to probably get funding or something, or they just really was lacking on security and employees and stuff, man. Because
everything.
And
they blaming it on the maintenance man.
Salute, man. Yo, this is a great one, man. Salute to the panel. Hey, yo, Dark, what up? Hey, yo, White Dog, what up?
What's good? What's good, Loaded?
What
Yo,
up?
listen, man. I got a quick analogy for fellas. That's that news dude, whoever he was, that said this was a dumb escape. How about this one, man? Listen, how dumb could it be, right? If that many got away, right? It's still 5 on the loose. Who's not to say the mother 5 knew it was going down and they had them people waiting, boy? Because I mean, if it was it late night for them people to make it to that highway and 5 still be going, somebody, it was a lot of it's a lot of questions, and I think SuperTrife we're gonna have to get into that, man. Think about that, y'all.
Yeah. Some, like you said, some people probably have vehicles and stuff waiting. You know, like I escaped, but whatever. Now my vehicle out there waiting for me. I'm not letting all y'all niggas get in the vehicle with me.
They all ran to the car. They all ran to the car and tried to get in. Man, get the fuck away from me.
You understand? You understand? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm
He's
talking about.
He's paying for themselves.
Everybody ran to the vehicle.
Word, because I ain't gonna lie, that's the point. Because I think those 5 dudes probably was the ones who probably put the play together or had set up. Because while 5 got away, and the other 5 probably was stragglers or caught on to it at the end and just said, "Yeah, we gonna get away. I'm just gonna get out," and didn't really have a plan or nothing. Because the other 5 get away. That means, like you said, they had vehicles, they had getaway cars to get up out of there and do they want to.
That's what I'm saying. This wasn't organized. This was orchestrated. You heard? This is we got a new Mission Impossible allegedly. That's all I'm saying.
They definitely put the play together.
The person that they caught inside that abandoned house, right? He must have not been part of the play. You could have just stayed in jail, my guy.
Yeah,
you ain't have nowhere to go. House, no food, no
nothing, at least you're getting fed.
Yeah. See, he was one of those who. He was one of those who wasn't probably in the play from the beginning or didn't get his getaway ride together and shit like that. Because anybody these days know you gotta have a getaway, because what you gonna do? Go somewhere around the town. You're gonna get caught within that time frame, because they're gonna be like, yo, we just gotta do this. They do the math. All right, 20 miles radius. Go this radius and we gonna scan this out. And most likely what dude's gonna do, you don't know nobody in this area. You're gonna wind up going to somebody's crib or doing something, and they're gonna get a warning.
And they're gonna call on your ass.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. So listen, like y'all said, the dude caught, like Chip Lowe said, the dude caught in a crib. He ain't have no end game. Them other 5 dudes, I don't know, man. It's like this look like something they was planning for a couple of months. You know, you sit there, you learn enough when you in there. You know, no disrespect to everybody that been there, but you sit in there, you start seeing things, bro. And like Watchtower said, I think that's that jail. I think that's that jail that they said on the news that was a couple of months ago. It was on the news. They had rats in their cells. It was getting flooded up. People was dying from COVID. I think you're right, Watch. I think you definitely might be right.
Yeah, I escaped too. Shit.
Poor conditions, man. They had a couple of dudes
dying in this bitch.
That's right.
But that mean like we said, that mean they was lacking on a whole bunch of shit. If that was going down, they ain't have no. They didn't get their security checked up in a while. The employees they was low on employees and stuff. It was on that type of time, because man, them boys got up out of there in that time frame, and nobody saw nothing. Nobody in the booth saw nothing. Nobody in the camera room saw nothing. Nobody in the, come on.
You can't even go to medical call. You need to be escorted by 2 officers at least to go to medical. So that means
Doc might be right. It could be a funding. It could be for that funding, like Doc said, man. Hey, it could be for that funding. We got to see what's going on with this, man. Got to see this. Got to look at it.
Cause this is crazy. Like, come on, you seeing all this here, niggas escaping like that, like, and nobody saw this, and they was able to get away. Come on now. Come on.
Like you
even
said,
if the dudes
they pulling on that door. Come on, Doc. Give me 2 seconds. They pulling on that door, Doc. You already know, man. Them seals gonna tear your face off, boy. You pulling on that door. They gonna have things lined up right after you snap that door. They supposed to be right there, willing and able, and ready. There. You heard? Right there.
Right.
And then the crazy thing is how they do the booth. Most of the booths are stationed in a space whereas they can see their whole area. They could see their whole. They could look out the booth, and they can see. They look out. They could look and see the cells and see everything. So he told me he looked out that booth and he was sitting there. He ain't see them dudes pulling on that door.
You ain't hear that? You ain't hear that rumbling?
Yeah, because you got to pull on that shit hard, and that shit make noise.
Yeah, making noise. Come on,
that shit make noise.
That shit echo through the jail. You bang on the wall. You heard?
You know how niggas kick on the door. Where the fuck is Theo at? Blue, blue, blue. That shit echo.
Mm-hmm. And then listen, what about this wall? Come on, man. How tall was the wall? Like y'all said, like we talking about, what they had a what 8-foot wall? What type of facility? I mean, come on, man.
This couldn't be a
you
match.
See out the wall. Yeah, you can't see over the map wall.
You sitting there, you gotta listen. You over there. This something they could just climb over. This was like some joint. They just all just skipped over and everybody just jumped over. Let's go, let's go. It's like I'm like, yo, this. Come on now. You get then you get to the wall. There's nobody in the towers. That's what I said. This wasn't no max or nothing. Cause ain't nobody in the towers. They get to the gate in the wall and climb the wall, but ain't nobody in the towers. This wasn't no max. This is one of the minimum.
Go ahead, I'm sorry,
dog, think about it, right? Think about it.
Supposed to get picked off as soon as you get to the top of the wall.
Word.
Throughout this whole ordeal, right? The thing that you're not hearing is that all of them was in a gang. You see, when you have something organized like that, they always say, the gang unit, so on and so forth. Yeah, they got the time to comprise. You talking about 10 individuals that damn near don't know each other, came up with a mastermind plan to all escape at this particular time. Man.
So listen, the five they got caught. At least two of them done snitched already. So they know what it is. They know that it's not no gang shit. It's probably just a bunch of criminals that just got together and saying we getting the hell about this spot. So they just saying okay. So that's what it is. At least two of them five done told the story and done told what's going on, how it went down and whatever. Yeah. So they know that's why them dudes ain't say, like you said, they ain't say, yo, this was a gang. They all came. They was a gang. They part of this gang and they escaped and they out. Nah, this was just a bunch of criminals just in the spot, put a scheme and play together. And yo, let's get up out of here. All right, here we out. Let's do something.
They left under harsh conditions. We had to leave.
They had to go. They said we up out of here. But yo, you know what's crazy? They did it bigger than the dudes from Alcatraz. I don't think in Alcatraz that many got away, right? It was like 3 or 5, and they say some of the sharks ate some of them. I don't know, but
that's what I'm saying. This spot here, it's different than Alcatraz. If Alcatraz, you wasn't coming out no motherfucking gate going to no highway. Or going on, you know what I'm saying?
They had to make crabs. Yeah.
These dudes come out, they got over the gate. As soon as they got through the wall, they on the highway. You know what I mean? Shit, they could have took a car if they wanted to. You know what I mean? That's why I don't know the other 5 how they got caught. Nigga would have got jacked if it was me. Got the fuck away from the jail, left the car, didn't get the car. You know what I mean? Fuck up.
Ain't no stopping once you get over that wall. You gonna ride with me or you getting out that car. That's
right.
We hot already. We escaped jail, nigga. We hot. What the fuck is stolen car gonna do?
That's what I'm saying, man. Listen,
I'm just stealing the car.
That shit was orchestrated, bro.
Salute. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is some good content, bro. Because
that's a whole fact.
To me, right?
What's your take on this, Lo?
Yo, listen, man. I look at it like, yo, you see what day they did it, right? They did it on Thursday into Friday into a weekend. You understand?
A long one. Talk about it.
They plotted the whole shit. Then you got to think they don't got no staff there. It's lack of staff. That's why all that shit went down like that. Now you got staff. Yeah. They say the staff, the nigga who was supposed to be on post went to get child, some shit like that. Them niggas play that shit small. Oh, that nigga went to get child. We got time, nigga. Bang, 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 bang. You don't see no tools or nothing. Them niggas just going ham, just breaking locks. Bang, 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 breaking pipes. They got a chance. Yo, stop the water. They know how the water flow to get the fuck out the door. All that shit was a plan. They had clothes on the other side of the highway, bro. Everything was a plan. After that, they called Uber. Uber and all that shit. Niggas had all that shit.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't
Say
call no
word.
Uber.
You gotta think
Say
that
word.
shit happened on a Thursday until a Friday. They like, oh, right, Friday. They ain't gonna look for us on a Friday. You know, they're gonna go crazy. We're gonna make it through the weekend. We're gonna be out of here on the weekend.
It's a
That shit
holiday
was
too this
planned.
week. Man, you right, man.
Oh,
We didn't think
man.
of that. That's some great
look at
info
that
right there
shit.
he just
That's
spilled.
yo, you running from murder, bro. Them niggas like, yo, fuck, I'm out for the nigga. The first nigga that ran out the door. That nigga, he been in there for 6 years. That nigga, he ran. That nigga like, nah, fuck that. Nigga been hold me down for 6 years. I'm on it. So I look at it being bad and good. Them niggas fucked up. The locks was cheap. They even say that they sold. They had cheap locks, cheap repairs, cheap everything. Like, close that shit down. You can't hold
Low
these
maintenance
motherfuckers.
facility.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit was crazy.
And as I'll tell you, that they about to get some money. They about to get some money. They about to get some money. They gonna get some funding. They gonna get some funding, and they gonna take some of that and put probably 25% into the jail and 75% in their pocket.
Sit on
Or
the
they're gonna
rest.
shut that whole shit down. Prosecutor trying to blame the
Them
state.
niggas on the run. It's Memorial Day weekend. Them niggas out of here. Them niggas probably in Canada. So like, yo,
They better hope
I'm
they
telling
are.
them niggas dressed up like bitches and got the fuck up out of there. Like, come on, man.
I know
Ain't
the
no way in the
DoorDash or
world.
the Uber nigga said what when niggas jumped in? Like, oh
Niggas,
shit.
no, come on, man. How you gotta think? How
Because you
the
gotta think
gonna
about it.
just leave
They
jail
got
and get in the Uber? They told somebody in the staff, yo, call me Uber, call Uber. I gotta go somewhere. The staff call Uber.
now them dudes, they have the cell phones in the joint. Once you got your cell phone, obviously they got a cell phone is attached to whoever is out there in the world that hooked them up with the cell phone. Now the cell phone's attached. When you call Uber right there, you can have Uber on your phone. Yo, Uber
Cell
thinking it's
phone
whoever.
attached to their
Probably got no
canteen
real name
account.
to the phone and all that. Went got them one of them little Walmart throwaway joint phones and said, all right, listen, boom, 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 it's going down this day. Boom, I need that phone in here by a couple of weeks before time. That's a fact, dog. Yo, that shit was orchestrated, boy. No slips.
Yeah.
Look, them
Had a
niggas,
good end game.
one nigga got caught in an abandoned building. Come on, he ain't had nowhere to run. He like, oh shit, like you said,
Yeah,
niggas
no
seen
end
the
game,
door
yeah.
open. It ran out that shit like, oh shit, I'm out of it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Then you gonna get 5 years with the time you about to get. Them niggas never
Right.
gonna see the light no more.
Right. They pay Uber with the commissary account.
That's what I'm saying, boo. Talk to me. How they do that?
Shit is crazy.
Yo, them niggas bought Chinese food, all that shit, yo, that night. Yo, them niggas, you see them niggas walk down the city like, yo, we out on the city.
They had some hookup out in the world. They had some people
2
out here.
o'clock in the
You know what I
morning.
mean? Setting
How you walking
setting
down
it
the
out.
city 2 o'clock in the morning? You hot.
Hot.
Real hot.
Hot.
Real hot. Super hot.
You escape, nigga. You escape from jail. You walking down. That's how easy that
And
shit
walking
was a crackhead
together
jail,
too.
man.
Together.
That's like running from a spot, nigga.
That mean they was walking together. They ain't have no play.
Yeah.
They just escaped with the funds because everybody was saying they was escaping or something. Because, well, come on now, if you escape, you gotta have the plays. You should not be walking nowhere in no facility and nothing.
Right.
You gotta have a ride outside. It's taking you to a location. You changing up location. Then you bouncing from that location. You get out of there.
You leaving your
That's right. Get low.
That's
Stay
a
off the
whole
radar.
strategy. You gotta get low.
You ain't gonna be walking no strip with your jail clothes or
Patakis on and everything down
Come on.
camera with Patakis on, nigga.
can't be doing. Because remember, it's early in the morning, so you can't get no clothes. They couldn't go do nothing. It's like it was just whoever them dudes ain't have no plays who got caught. They were just down for the get down. Let's go.
They was freestyling, dog. They was freestyling. How you gonna get out and know
A
you
nigga
ain't
got
got
caught
nobody
10 o'clock in the
looking for you,
morning. The next morning, he got caught the first in the morning. So they woke up, they caught his ass. Like
that's one thing I ain't gonna lie. Shit, I don't give a how long. If I know I ain't got nothing to go out there to, or if I'm not talking to the nigga who I know who's escaping, who got a ride, your player, can I get in with you when we get out there? If he ain't telling me then I'm not going out there because I'm gonna get out there to do what? Now I gotta run and find some place, and now I'm 4 miles away from the goddamn jail. I'm gonna be caught the next day.
And one of them
Hey, yo,
niggas,
dog,
one of them
nah,
niggas
fuck
on
that. We
a
brawling
parole
for that shit in
violation.
that car.
One of them niggas who ran was on a parole violation.
We get to that car.
I'm getting in that motherfucker. I'm getting in there. Once I come out of there, nigga, listen, you got the bro. I'm getting in that car, homie. Shit, fuck this shit.
or this gonna be the stolen car. This gonna be the first stolen car.
Yeah, shit. Shit, the driver coming out that seat. If I got to drive that bitch, I'm getting in that motherfucker.
Hey, yo, I got a question, right? What about the family members that lost their loved one behind the inmates that caught the bodies and all this shit, right? Since they wasn't alerted that these inmates escaped, right? And when they was alerted, they had to pack their shit up and move. You get it? Or go to a hotel in a different town and all that shit. You don't think they need to be compensated? Can they sue or whatever behind that shit because they wasn't alerted?
They should sue, definitely. My family and fair life.
That's
The
a
dude
fact.
could have came
That's
here,
a
held
fact.
down.
That's a fact.
Yeah. You should fact. That's a good point.
Cause I heard a lot of them got security. They got security over them. Like they watching them over them. Cause they're afraid one of them niggas might come back and shoot up the family.
Yeah,
You know, I
especially
mean,
one of
we
them.
not applauding it. We not applauding it like that. But we saying, I guess under the conditions, we ain't there. We don't know. But they wanted to get up out of there. That's all I know. Like Tower said, man, we got to get up out of here. You feel me? Think about it, man. If the conditions is horrible and you seeing this motherfucker, he going for 2-3 hour lunch breaks. Other CO, he ain't coming to work. You got what, 2 COs probably walking around? They said, man, we up out of here, man.
And this nigga sleep in the booth. We kicking the door, and this nigga sleep on the fucking booth. Nah.
Well, if the family, if you ask me, the family should sue them. Could sue them for having them for having. I say sue the state for having them in the jail like that because you got a murderer in a jail that easy to get out
on the first floor.
On a murderer. Come on now.
Remember, they are sentenced already. They supposed to be out of there. They already got their time. They only supposed to be there.
Yeah, he was.
They're trying to blame it on the state. Oh, they ain't come pick them up. Nah, you need to move them niggas somewhere on the roof somewhere until they pick them up.
I mean, come on, they I mean, come on. You they done got their time. You know, I mean, anything liable now. You got them on the first floor in a lax jail like that. That's able to do. Come on, that was definitely on the jail and on the state for putting them in that place that you know. Yo, man, we ain't been maintaining this place. We've been keeping them, not even keeping up with security or nothing. Just come on, nah.
They should have kept them BE niggas, them breaking and entry niggas on the first floor. They should have put them niggas who were blue trial that got life on life, had them niggas in the observation cells that definitely somebody 24 hours is keeping a watch because they can hang, they can kill themselves. They can, you know, a lot of shit can happen to these inmates. But I don't know who was running that shit, but they need to go.
Yeah. At least put the dudes on the top floor.
Like that.
So they gotta go put them on the top floor, but they gotta go through at least a few doors to get downstairs. So we see you now. You done went through you on the third, come on, you on the fourth floor. By the time they get to the second, y'all should have caught these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Like Chip Low said, where's the I mean, I don't get it, man.
Yo, the shit is so crazy that the people that helped them, they in the same jail with them now. Like that shit is crazy.
They about to escape next week. They know.
Yeah, they'll be home next week, right, y'all? They'll be home.
You already know the plan.
For Memorial Day, nigga. They'll be on tomorrow.
They fixing that door. They tore down
yo,
tonight,
fuck your
boy.
bond, Joe. Fuck your bond, Joe. You know the plan.
Oh man, this is sad.
Fuck the bond. I'll be home. I ain't paying shit. I'm out of this bitch tomorrow for Memorial Day, nigga. I'm going to the barbecue.
Yo, fool, what you said? He called his bonds. He said, man, let me cancel that bonds right there. Let me cancel that bond. I'm straight.
Yeah, cancel that.
Hold on, we gonna spend that this weekend. We gonna spend that this weekend.
Oh shit, my stomach.
Hey yo, did y'all see the press when they was pressing the motherfucking the sheriff lady and the I don't know the man name, but I know he was part of the facility too. I mean, them reporters was pressing him. I mean, pressing them, putting pressure on them. They had to clear out. They had to get up out of there. So you ain't got that clip Chip.
God.
I'm about to pull it up now.
Probably one of them early shits. I was like, damn, who the fuck is he putting pressure on him like that?
She trying to get him fired.
Yeah, because he might be a man. He might be
you know.
representing the community, nigga. It took you that long to report it. Why you didn't report it to the community? No, because I came in and assessed the situation and all. Nah.
Man.
This is wild.
Yo, this will
they
never
even
happen
charge
in
the
New York
maintenance
State.
man. The maintenance man
hell
getting
no.
10 counts for everybody.
You know they gonna drop a movie on this one in a couple of years. They gonna drop this movie. You already know they gonna drop a movie
That's
on this.
crazy. 10 for everybody that left, he getting an account for all of them niggas.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's a
Well,
fossil.
well, the COs that was there too should get it too. The employees that motherfucking was on tour, they should get the same thing. Don't do the maintenance guy like that by itself. Everybody get the same thing.
I mean, I know they're gonna get sued because the family, if they end up under that umbrella of the policy or the facility, you on your own. You on your own.
But that maintenance man dude, he was like, shit, I'm not dying like this. Straight like that. Like shit, where the
I'm
rest of
going
the
to cut the
COs
water
at?
off. That nigga said, nigga, I'm going with water, the cold or the hot, nigga.
That nigga said I'm on water detail tonight.
Word up, I'm going to cut this whole shit off.
And for him to do that, like he said, for him to do that, them dudes probably be out at them times and be able to run up on him and be like, yo, what up? And he already shook.
Yep, he knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Submit a tip online to FBI.gov.
I think it's one of them early clips, man. Because I remember that white gentleman talking, Chip. It was one of them.
With the Department of Corrections to come and pick up those individuals that have been convicted. We have 78 individuals right now.
Yeah, I think this the one.
Department of Corrections, and they're assured us that they're going to come and get these.
So what about Derrick Rose?
I'm not familiar with Derrick Rose. If he's been sentenced, I know he's been here for a long period of time. So if he's been recently sentenced, that's great. He would have been on our list. He may be aware of that. He would be on our list to go to the Department of Corrections.
Yo,
but
them niggas
they
was
have
ready
the
for the
Department of
barbed
Corrections
wire.
and Public
They
Safety
had on
to work with us to move several inmates that have been
Sam
sentenced.
had on the
Twice a
shorts.
week.
He said, I'm out.
I
It's
just
nice
got
out
the phone.
there.
I stepped out here then with the Department of Police to identify how many individuals we have that have been sentenced that are taking up space, that are high security people, that have long sentences, and they all are out.
And what's being done to protect the witnesses in that case? Is there something being done to protect the witnesses who testified against him in that case?
That's what Captain Mental addressed earlier. All those in contact.
Talking about the pods and the deteriorating conditions, is there a maintenance and service contract in place to make repairs? And we're also hearing that critical cameras were down for weeks.
We have, this is our CFO, Bianca Brown, to talk more about that.
Hi, so I'm Bianca Brown. So based upon the question that you asked earlier about the fund balance related to the 2023 audit, I'll give you the breakdown of that. 4.2 million was related to accounts payable. 9.5 million was related to FEMA restricted cash for capital projects only. The CJ restricted cash had about 98,000 in it. Due to others, which was processing fees, DAPs, clerk of courts, NOPD property room, they get about 97,000 of that money. We had due to the Department of Public Safety for civilian backgrounds that we conduct. That was about 400,000. And then we also had a detail account that's kind of restricted for radios, video cameras, tactical gear, software, and maintenance for the deputies that they pay based upon their details. So that doesn't exist. That's failed. That money doesn't exist. That was from a 2023 audit that they reported on, and those funds don't exist. As of today, that balance is about 6.3 million that is still due out as of 2025.
And I know that you.
So if we could answer my question, we asked a question, nobody answered.
What is your question?
Once again, we asked multiple times, is there a maintenance and service contract in place to take care of the deteriorating conditions within the pods and within the jail?
We can't
We're also
afford a
hearing that there's
maintenance and service
critical cameras
contract.
that are not working.
So right now, we can't afford a maintenance service contract. We have maintenance staff that are on board that do the day-to-day. But right now, our current budget sits at about 68 million. 41.1 million comes from the city, 13 million comes from the millage, and about 10.1 million a quarter is given to us. Right now, our payroll is about 9.6. Our food expenses is $780,000 a quarter. That eats up the money. We don't have the funding available to have a full maintenance contract to do this. We've explained this on multiple occasions. Just on Monday, we went to the City Planning Commission and we reported this out. We asked for the money to.
Yeah, you heard that. You see, I'm telling you, it might be a play. She might be trying to get money. Because she talking about we went there, they get no money. We went there last week and we were trying to get money. We was trying to get money. They ain't giving us the money we needed. Then all of a sudden, a week later, niggas escape.
That's how cheap that shit is. They ain't paying no effort to that job, so it's easy for them.
So the funding is not available to do what needs to be done.
So if your conditions are not appropriate enough to handle violent offenders like the ones that escaped today, have you all considered potentially shipping them elsewhere?
You can't.
Also, just
let him answer this question before you go.
Your budget is bigger than Marlon Gusman's was. Do you all realize that the last sheriff had a smaller budget than you have?
The budget was bigger, but guess what? Things are being deprived. So what you're seeing is a result of what's happening now. Broken doors, you got facilities, the wear and tear. All of that is occurring now due to that budget. This size facility, this should have a $150 million budget easily. The budget that we have, it doesn't support what we need. I've laid out the numbers. You see, it's critical.
I want to, if I could, speak to the what you said. Have we explored shipping outboarding individuals? Yes, we have. We've sent out numerous individuals, high security people, to various places. Department of Corrections, Public Safety has helped us with that. We've sent people to Plaquemine. We've sent people to Catahoula. We've sent people to Madison. We've sent people to Angola. 30%, almost 40% of those individuals we see get remanded back for various reasons. So that takes up space. And the ones we sent to Catahoula, this is important, the ones we sent to Madison and the ones we sent to Plaquemine, all of these are parole violators. So these people are convicted felons that committed a crime here in New Orleans as either a pass-through, having fun, or whatever they were doing, and they ended up in the jail.
And look, circling back, what are you specifically doing to capture these violent offenders?
What do you mean?
What is the sheriff's office doing right now to capture these violent offenders?
The sheriff's office is working along with the 200 partner offices that I mentioned earlier and actually capture these individuals. We're providing critical intel. So we are combing through those phone calls and other messages you mentioned earlier to identify who they communicated with, where they could potentially be. So along with our partners, we are visiting those locations in search of those individuals.
Are those video calls on those iPads recorded as well? Video calls on iPads?
I can't answer whether those are recorded. I know the phone calls are recorded. I don't want to say yes or no.
Here's a question.
Specifically, Derek Brooks, what are y'all doing to capture
Chief Malley
him?
just said yes, they are
He's
recorded.
convicted of murder.
A CMT. All right, you have one more question. Okay, go ahead. Tavon, you haven't had one.
The surveillance that we saw that they were wearing their orange jumpsuits, but you said when they got into the neighborhood, they shed their clothes. Was someone there waiting to give them a change of clothes? Did they have clothes as contraband underneath their jumpsuits?
So right now we can't say we haven't seen all of the video to say that from the neighborhood on whether they had additional clothing, but what we knew is they shed some of their orange.
And a CMT is a civilian position, right? Should maximum security inmates be watched by a civilian CMT? And if you could talk a little bit more, I know you said that they were on a break. Could you give us some more specifics on that?
Sure. So yes, the CMT is a corrections monitoring technician. She is a civilian. She sits in a pod module and observes the pod. That is primarily when we do not have the physical deputy staff to sit on the pod. We have a vacancy rate like every other correctional agency in the country. Every corrections has a 55% vacancy rate across this country. Like us, we are underfunded, understaffed, underpaid. So we do our best to hire staff and retain them, but like everyone else, we're short. So yes, this civilian was assigned to the pod module to observe the pod. When she stepped away to grab food.
Time out, y'all. Time out. Time out, y'all. Time out for a second. You got a civilian, right? A civilian who went out there to secure the inmates, who's watching them from the pod. I don't know about y'all, right? But I've never been in a facility where a civilian comes to can y'all imagine, or anybody who ever been on the island, right? If you ever been on Rikers Island, could you imagine they sent a civilian to the bubble to watch us? It's not adding up, man. I don't care how much funding you don't have, that should never occur. The individual who is on staff, it is their responsibility before they leave their post to make sure someone is covering them. Like, it's crazy. Crazy. Let me go back to the video real quick. Hold on.
That is when they began their attempts to escape. By the time she returned, they were already into the cell or gone. So she did not even know that they had made good on their escape or made an attempt to escape.
How long was Sheriff, do you want to speak to the people? I think everybody's live in here. Do you want to say you're sorry to the people of New Orleans for having this happen? I mean, we've heard from you several times today, but do you want to offer any kind of contrition or apology to people for something like this happening?
Well, first we have to find out exactly what happened and how they got out. We think this was intentional. There is much more than meets the eye in this investigation. And why did it happen just right now, right? In the middle as we're getting ready to start this sheriff's race. This is very suspicious. We know that they had help. We're showing you they had help. This was coordinated. There's much more than meets the eye. When I have enough information, I'll be glad to talk to the community about my issues or what I need, anything I may need to apologize. This is a public safety issue first and foremost. There's much more than meets the eye. We are digging and we are not going to stop.
Are you suggesting that your opponents are orchestrating this from behind the scenes?
What is OPSO doing tonight to make sure that this facility is safe and that no one else can escape?
Boy, they wearing that sheriff ass out. You got the nerve to be running for re-election? Is you saying your opponents is the ones that orchestrated this? Whatever's going on in that particular town, in that city, on a political aspect wise, is nasty work. Uncle Ralph, salute, man. I could have sworn I seen Sexy J earlier too. Sexy J, salute. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Listen, we've been up here an hour and 47 minutes. Hopefully, you know, this content was entertaining. We was able to you know, tackle a few of the main core of the issues. Again, we got a lot more research to do because there's a lot of holes in the stories and what they're actually releasing to us. Again, it's only really a couple videos that they're showing from the inside of the facility. My question is, where's the other footage at? You know, why did they not release that as well? You showed the video of them, you know, working at the lock for an hour and them jumping off the dock and running across the street. But other than that, no other footage. What was the other, you know, according to them, they're in pods. So anybody that is familiar with a criminal system, when you're in a pod, right, it's pretty much like a jail cell. It's like cells. So you got numerous cells on the chairs, so on and so forth, and then you got pods, and then you got a bubble, which we call it, where the officers and so on and so forth will sit in the bubble and kind of orchestrate the facility or whatsoever. Now, 98% of facilities, even if they're short-staffed, right, they would have had suicide prevention inmates walking the tier, especially when inmates are locked in the evening time. where was the suicide aids?
It was one of them.
Unless all 10 of those individuals were suicide aids. You see, they're not disclosing this information. So, okay, you letting us know they had iPads and iPhones or whatever the case may be, y'all tracking messages. These are convicted inmates that's facing numerous time. Like, I don't know, man. I was in mediums that had more security than what I'm seeing at this maximum facility. Matter of fact, when I caught a parole violation, I went to a camp. Yeah, I'll be with you 1 second. I went to a camp. What is that called? Camp Gabriel. That's a minimum facility, right? They sent me way out there to mountains to serve my parole violation, right? Okay. That had more security than this. I don't understand. I'm not getting it. Yeah, Black.
Hey, yo, Tip, I just want to say, like you said, listen, that's the serious question. How do you take a civilian, right, and you put it in there? One, you can't hold that lady responsible because I'm sure they probably didn't even give her the proper training. You don't take no civilian and throw them. They said this was a maximum, right? You can't throw her in there like that. Like, you understand? Like, I mean, like, they're going to try to point the finger, man. They're going to play the point and finger game. But as for the person being a civilian, you hear what she is? She a civilian, man. She ain't getting in the way of that. They probably ain't even had that lady trained right. They just threw in at nighttime, gave her a little bull crap hours, but that ain't right. They supposed to have facility people in there, like you said. I land.
Listen, you don't pay civilians enough money to do correctional officers' duties.
Oh.
Flat out.
But that's what they do to cut costs.
Listen, unless they superheroes, I can't fathom a civilian who ain't got nothing to do saying, you know what, I'm going to jump out this bubble to go stop them from breaking in that cell. So when let's say she radioed in for help, there's nobody to come help her. So if they went and overthrew the bubble, then what? It's crazy, man.
And she a civilian. You know what I mean? The people in that town probably know her and know her kids and everything. She like, I ain't, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy to put a civilian in that type of situation, man. Put her in that facility like that. I mean, come on, let's be real here. Like, if she a civilian, right? 9 times out of 10 people that's in there is from the town. So they know her family, her kids, and everything. She, you know what I mean? That was wrong on the state. They cutting costs, like Doc said.
Well, you know, again, we're gonna do a follow-up on this story. This has been very entertaining. We was able to cover a boatload of it, but we almost up here 2 hours, man. Listen, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Tune in for part 2 of this coverage. We're gonna do our best to again entertain y'all with the utmost respect. And again, for those of y'all who took the time out to hear us out, you know, to come trip with us for a few, man.
No doubt.
Salute to the panel, you know, Dog, Flat, you, everybody in the chat. You know, man,
Yeah, good. Y'all know, because we know the Knicks game going on right now. So I know y'all could have been many places right now listening and watching. So good looking for tuning in. You know, I know y'all about to go watch some of this Knicks game, see what's up. We heard out. But y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all go to www. Yeah, go to www.universallowlives.com and get that merch. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channels. You know how we do, man. Make sure y'all live life, love life, enjoy life, and keep celebrating life out there, man. Keep doing y'all one too, man. Stay up, y'all.
Hey, yo, I'm about to pull out. No homo. Salute. Hey, yo, Tip Lo, let me know what you think about that beat you asked for, man. You ain't let me know, man. That reggae joint, yo.
Oh yeah, listen, hit me on
on
Yeah,
the
you
email.
know how to hit me on
I
IG or
got you.
whatever. Yeah,
Got
yeah.
you.
Either way,
Copy.
and I would call it.
Copy.
Plus, I got some merch for you too. That we put to the side. You know, for all that you're doing. So, salute. Y'all make sure y'all stay up, man. Be the best you can possibly be safe out there during this holiday weekend. You know. And with that being said, we out, man.